In Mahmoud Ahmadinejad's speech to the UN General Assembly in September 2012, he signaled to the world his clear apocalyptic and biblically prophetic intentions. Iran's president is of the Shia branch of Islam. Iran has the largest Shiite population in the world. Mahmoud is what is known as a Twelver, or one who is waiting upon the revealing of the 12th Imam, or the Islamic Christ, if you will. The name of this 12th Imam, the Islamic ruler who is to come, is the Mahdi, or Muhammad al-Mahdi. The Shiite Muslims believe that the rightful throne of Islamic power belongs only to the direct descendants of Muhammad, their original prophet and deliverer of the Quran. The 11th descendant, they say, died in the late 800s AD. The Shiites believe that his descendant then went into hiding because of intense persecution in those days and has been alive supernaturally ever since, waiting to reveal himself in the last days. The Twelvers believe that Mahdi is coming back with Jesus, the prophet, and other righteous followers. They will rule the world in what is known as Muslim peace and righteousness. The Sunnis also believe in a coming Mahdi, but they believe that he will arrive as a normal man who the world will look to for peace and security. In Ahmadinejad's UN speech in September, he called clearly for a, quote, new world order. He was not speaking of the new world order that a New Ager would speak of, for example, but he was calling for a worldwide Islamic order under the soon-returning Islamic Mahdi. He actually went on in that speech to say that very thing. Listen to selected quotes from his speech. Quote, "There is no doubt that the world is in need of a new world order and a fresh way of thinking. Allah has promised us a man of kindness, a man who loves people and loves absolute justice, a man who is a perfect human being and is named Muhammad al-Mahdi, a man who will come in the company of Jesus Christ and the righteous. The arrival of this ultimate Savior will mark a new beginning, a rebirth, and a resurrection. It will be the beginning of peace, lasting security, and genuine life. Mahdi will establish a world order of prudence. Mahdi will bless humanity with a spring that puts an end to our winter of ignorance. Now we can see and sense the sweet scent and the soulful breeze of the spring that has just begun. Let us join hands and clear the way for his eventual arrival with empathy and cooperation, in harmony and unity. Let us march on this path to salvation for the thirsty souls of humanity to taste immortal joy and grace. Long live this spring." End quote. That's how Mahmoud Ahmadinejad ended his UN speech. Of course, the spring of which he speaks is at least indirectly tied to the so-called Arab Spring and the Islamic upheavals in the Middle East and around the world. The one world order of which he speaks means a world order under Sharia law and Islamic rule through the Islamic Christ, Mahdi. The Shiites believe that Mahdi will not return until Israel is expelled from the Middle East and no Jew or Christian is on Islamic soil. By calling Mahdi the ultimate Savior, of course, the divinity, deity, and saving grace of Jesus Christ is denied, and that title is transferred to the Islamic Mahdi. In other words, the Islamic Mahdi is the Antichrist, the one who sets himself up as the Christ and blasphemes all that is holy. One bit of truth that Ahmadinejad may have spoken: the world may very well be on the edge of the appearance of the biblical Antichrist. We may be much closer to that biblical fulfillment of prophecy than many people have previously thought.
Hello, friends. Welcome to In the Market with Janet Parshall. So glad you're with us. And our conversation this hour is going to emanate from a book called The Magic Man in the Skies. And Carl Gallups is the author of the book.